Hello everyone, I am Professor P.V. Shinde from Department of Soil Science and Agricultural Chemistry. Today we are going to discuss measures to overcome nutrient deficiency and toxicities of nutrients in plants. Let us see the introduction regarding deficiencies and toxicities. Deficiencies can be corrected by appropriate addition of suitable source, may be origin or organic or inorganic fertilizers. Toxicities are due to more solubility of nutrient and toxicity can be controlled. Best way for overcoming nutrient deficiency is integrated nutrient management. In pictures, first picture shows the different deficiency symptoms in plant like N, P, K, magnesium, calcium. And second picture shows the toxicity of nitrogen. There are different parameters related to nutrient deficiency and toxicities like physical condition of soil and plant nutrients. Physical condition of soil like poor aggregation, that is structure, poor aeration reduce nutrient availability. Continuous soil aeration is essential to remove carbon dioxide produced by roots and microorganisms and to supply the oxygen needed by them. Oxygen is essential to root for absorbing nutrient and water. The lack of balance in air and water within soil bring about a number of effects like waterlogging due to poor drainage bring about reduction of sulfate and decrease in availability of sulfur. Nitrification is decreased and denitrification is stimulated. Thus, nitrogen is lost. This loss may be checked by proper drainage. Manganese or inhibitory factors. Management of inhibitory factors like soil that is about neutral is suitable for availability of almost all nutrients. In very acid soils, toxicities of iron and aluminium, manganese and deficiency of phosphorus and molybdenum occur. These can be corrected by liming. Saline and alkaline soils may have deficiencies of iron, manganese, zinc and copper. Gypsum or sulfur may be used for lowering the soil pH. These charts indicates how soil pH affect the availability of plant nutrient. Third most important parameter regarding toxicity and deficiency of nutrient is moisture and nutrients. Plant absorb nutrient from soil only in ionic state and sufficient moisture is therefore required for utilizing the nutrient of the soil. Management of moisture in the soil by irrigation where the rainfall is low and draining of soil under stagnated water condition help to raise the nutrients availability. This picture shows the how nutrients are absorbed or transferred through the soil solution to other plant parts. Fourth parameter, that is fertilizer and nutrient management. Nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium are most commonly deficient in soil. Therefore, concentrated fertilizers of each of these nutrients are applied to the soil to increase the nutrient status. Effect of fertilizer on soil. For example, ammonium sulfate is an acidic fertilizer constantly applied to neutral soil. It will show a tendency to turn soil into acidic. Sodium nitrate is a basic fertilizer and its continuous use turns soils in alkaline condition. Organic manure and nutrient management. A decrease in soil organic matter results in compact soil which has poor aeration and low infiltration capacity. Soil organic matter can be maintained by the use of organic manures such as FYM, compost and green manuring. Organic matter is a good source of almost all plant nutrients. Organic matter improves the soil physical properties of soil such as structure by promoting granulation. and increases water holding capacity and permeability. Soil organic matter improves physicochemical properties of soil such as cation exchange capacity and buffer action. Let us see the role of biofertilizer and nutrient management in correction of deficiency and toxicity of plant nutrients. Biofertilizers are ideal conditions to increase the availability of plant nutrients. The conversion of molecular nitrogen or inert gas into nitrate or ammonia by microorganism is known as biological nitrogen fixation. Three groups of organisms are like bacteria, blue-green algae and azolla. Two main classes of bacteria that fix atmospheric nitrogen are non-symbiotic and symbiotic. Let us see non-symbiotic nitrogen fixing bacteria. It includes Azotobacter and Clostridium. Azotobacter is strongly aerobic and oxidizes carbohydrate to carbon dioxide and water. Aerobic changes produces tremendously large amounts of energy which help to fix more nitrogen. Clostridium is anaerobic, releases only a small amount of energy. Then notice the role of symbiotic nitrogen fixing bacteria. For example, rhizobane is associated with root nodules of leguminous plants. Leguminous crops can add nitrogen to soil by adding of root nodules and by extraction of soluble nitrogen compound. Blue-green algae and azolla fix atmospheric nitrogen in the flooded rice field. Best pH range for this fixation is between 7 and 8.5. When azolla can be inoculated in field with enough standing water at the rate of 500 to 1000 kg per hectare, it saves nitrogen fertilizer as much as 30 kg per hectare. Indian soils are poor in organic matter, therefore availability of phosphorus to growing crop is a problem. Recently, it was observed that the soils are showing deficiency of micronutrients like zinc and iron. Farm manure, compost and green manure contribute variable amounts of NPK and other nutrients to the crops. But these sources alone are not sufficient to maintain high yielding crops in intensive sequences. It was observed that combined use of organic, biological and inorganic amendments gave higher yield without any deterioration in soil. Therefore, integrated nutrient management is the only way to maintain and improve the nutrient status of Indian soil. This photo shows inputs, balance and outputs. Thanks for watching.